Alright, what's up you guys, it's your boy Hayden back in another video, and today I'm going to talk to you about something really serious. Now, as you can see that I'm outside, I'm at my lunch break at work, and that it's a locked off shot, and as you can see it's not like the best tripod, however, yeah, it'll do. And I want to talk to you guys about what's been happening specifically. I haven't been uploading much Michael Jackson or just video content in general. And I guess that this is, in a sense, a serious video. I mean, the things I'm going to say on this video is pretty big, and that if you look at the thumbnail, I know it's a bit clickbaity, however, I guess the motive behind it, this is why I'm explaining for it. And I'm using my phone as kind of like a teleprompter, as well as I wrote all my notes on my phone. Peeped a new iPhone case, I got this from Trident Store. And yeah, let's just get into it. So as you can see in the first quote, it's better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. And that is, I think, a pretty legendary MJ quote. So I guess in this video that I'm moving away from MJ performing as well as MJ videos, just full stop. And I'm focusing on myself as a creative artist, more specifically filmmaking and freelancing. Now, just a full disclosure, I'm still a Michael Jackson fan. However, my channel as well as my Instagram isn't going to be focused on MJ anymore. It's mainly focused on me. Like I mentioned before, I'm not actively doing any performances or dance videos. And also, as a full disclosure, I'm not discouraging any upcoming tribute artists or people who want to dance like MJ or, you know, perform like MJ. That's totally up to you. But for me, I guess that in a sense I've outgrown it. However, you know, still a Michael Jackson fan. Yeah, in terms of people performing as MJ as well as being a tribute, you got to know your limits, and I'll be talking about the limits later in this video. However, in the production video pipeline, you know, for my channel, there are still some videos that I'm still creating, and I'm just waiting for, you know, for it to come to my place, as well as I've got to find the time to actually edit and film them. You know, I still got a list of MJ videos that I want to complete just in general because they've been in my scripts folder. However, I just haven't had the time in creating them. However, if you're following me or simply subscribe to the channel just for Michael Jackson, I guess you want to reconsider that, and I'll explain why also later in this video. I just feel that, you know, I'm setting a lot of points, however, all will be explained in the rest of the video. So what's been happening in my life in the sense where, you know, although I haven't been regularly uploading YouTube videos, I've been on Instagram, and that I got promoted as a versioning producer at work. So, you know, I'm doing full-time television hours, as well as I'm also doing my own documentary on the side with haydenhuynhytmail. And that, yeah, to be honest, I am focusing on my filmmaking side, as well as I've been more so regularly posting on that as opposed to my personal Instagram. So yeah, I've been focusing on my freelancing business, as well as at the moment I am creating my own documentary, as you can see here. And yeah, I've been really busy, you know, professionally, you know, with the filmmaking as well as the video editing, and that's why I haven't been uploading as much YouTube videos as I want to. I don't know how some people do it full-time. It's pretty crazy. I respect that. However, I guess I've just been solely focused on my career as a filmmaker, now a television producer, and yeah, I've just been focusing on that. And the cool thing about it is that what I'm really interested, you know, the video editing as well, that's become my full-time job, in a sense where I'm doing what I love, and it just doesn't feel like work anymore. It just feels like that I really enjoy it, and that compared to the MJ stuff, this actually helps towards what I really want to do. So over the years when I was growing up, I was known as Hayden the MJ kid, you know, through primary school, high school, as well as uni, and that I owe my thanks to MJ when it comes to performing and kind of giving me the confidence. And I respect the passion that MJ has for his craft, that is, you know, singing, dancing, and songwriting in a sense, where I really admire his dedication to the craft, as well as, you know, when I was growing up, obviously, you know, for the people who know me, that I am still a huge MJ fan, but, you know, I used to obviously dance like him, emulate him, all that stuff. But growing up, I think being a Michael Jackson fan now, it's more so him as an individual personality, as well as him being a creative, as opposed to the explicit song and dance that he does. And yeah, even to get inspiration for my own content, I actually rewatched the Spike Lee documentaries, you know, Bad 25, as well as the Off the Wall Motown documentary, to get some inspiration, I guess, in a sense, an adrenaline rush for me to create my own videos, as well as, I guess, the process of MJ cutting his own album. I mean, that really is a big feat, and that really inspires me to create my own content, so to speak. However, as I was growing up, my parents would always tell me to, you know, broaden my horizons. You know, everything is not about MJ when it comes to like music, dance, and fashion. I mean, yeah, I get it, he's influential. However, I wish I'd listened to my parents more often about that. It's because I guess growing up, it's kind of like those angsty teen phases where you don't listen to your parents. However, so at the moment I am listening to like new music and discovering some new things. However, I wish I'd given my parents a chance when they said broaden their horizons, in a sense. Like at the moment, I'm listening to new stuff, watching new stuff, getting into new niche hobbies, as well as I guess my interests have just changed. Nowadays, as bad as it sounds, I actually rarely listen to MJ. Not that, you know, I choose not to, it's just that I'm just into new music, but when MJ does come up, I know it's a banger. But yeah, the past 2 years I've been focusing on myself when it comes to, you know, the film and TV production, as well as my freelancing, and that I'd probably say that the Michael Jackson performing dream, so to speak, that being said, that dream was from like the age of 8 to like 17 of, you know, being a Michael Jackson performer. I wouldn't say full time, but just frequently. I think that's left the building, and that I guess it's just a childhood memory, I guess. Like, to be honest, with the Michael Jackson performing as well, I always want to do it as a side thing, just as a major hobby. However, you know, I'm pressed for time in terms of my schedule now, and that just the whole thing doesn't really appeal to me anymore as opposed to filmmaking. I guess what I'm trying to say is the MJ thing isn't fun anymore, in a sense where, you know, I'll explain in full detail, however, and that, to be honest, I think I'm just bored of it, as well as it's saturated. Like, let me explain. And also, I guess some certain people, some fans, some tributes kind of ruin the fun. And in terms of knowing the limits, as I've mentioned before in the top end of the video, here's what I meant by knowing the limits. So what I'm seeing now is a lot of tributes that are wanting to be MJ, and it's pretty borderline cringy. I guess that some MJ people think they are the best, and they've developed a really bad ego, most notably some of the smaller ones on Instagram who think that they're all that. I always hate the username when they always change to Jackson. I mean, that's not your birth name, as well as, I don't know, I think it's just really cringy, like especially if there's no zing to it, doesn't sound like a stage name. It's like insert generic name here, Jackson. I mean, I don't know, I just find it really cringy having Jackson as the last name. I did that for like a month, and I changed all my social media names to like Hayden Jackson, I think, and it's on, you know, hindsight, looking back to it, I think it's really stupid. I think my Spotify username is still Hayden Jackson. I've also noticed that, you know, MJ people are spending all their money on costumes and then regretting buying them because they have bigger financials to attend to, you know, like bills, gas and food, and they have to sell their MJ gear in order to literally survive for like next week or so. And that's the reason why, you know, I've stopped buying Michael Jackson costumes, as mentioned in this video, because of said reasons. It's just so much money to something that literally I only wear once, and it literally just stays there. At least when I buy like actual regular clothes, you know, although it is probably the same cost, it's the cost per use. So like when I wear jackets, when I wear shirts and all that stuff that I actually wear a lot, the cost per use obviously divots down. I've also noticed that some people think they are MJ, and they, you know, interact and post some really strange things that, you know, I don't know, I think it's just really weird and strange what they're trying to do. And last but not least, a lot of people are attempting and also failing at doing Michael Jackson makeup. Like, I know MJ has a unique face. I mean, everyone has a unique face, you and I. However, some people look really, really bad, and to be honest, and I guess with the makeup, they're so tunnel vision on what they look like that they actually don't know what other people perceive them as. I've seen some people who've like have really thick eyebrows, and these are drawn on eyebrows, and it just looks really disgusting, and that I guess their contouring isn't that great, especially when they have a chubbier face, in a sense where, you know, you can tell that's obviously been drawn on, but yeah, their focus is so very tunnel vision as opposed to like seeing the bigger picture, so to speak. And what I've also noticed that some MJ tributes, they kind of, I call it the identity crisis phase, but they study so much Michael Jackson that they think they are Michael Jackson, and that it's to the point where their personality is like a carbon copy of MJ, and it's kind of cringy because they don't really have a lot of their own unique personalities going into it, in a sense where I just hate also the fact that they lip sync to MJ's speaking voice and they pretend to copy the mannerisms. Just put some individuality into it, I guess, that be your own person and don't hide underneath Michael Jackson's shadow. Just be yourself, and that there is only one Michael Jackson and there's only one you better make it count. So what am I trying to say in this compilated video? Well, I'm not saying that I'm overall quitting Michael Jackson, so to speak, or not a Michael Jackson fan. I'm always a Michael Jackson fan. However, I love to do the occasional performance and video here and there. However, I think that I've outgrown the MJ hobby. I'm not really actively pursuing it as I once was. However, you know, I still love doing Michael Jackson dances as well as Michael Jackson videos. I guess since I'm not really MJ focused or orientated in a sense, where like what I said earlier in this video, you know, if you're only following me because of Michael Jackson, you might want to reconsider it. Like, to be honest, as you can see on my Instagram, I haven't been posting a lot of Michael Jackson stuff, as well as I've actually been unfollowing a lot of Michael Jackson accounts because I think it's just too much, and that I'm just sick and tired of seeing Michael Jackson in a sense, where it's literally just the same account posting the same pictures over and over again. I mean, doesn't it get quite repetitive on your end as well? And yeah, I'm focusing on my career as a film and television producer, and that I'm also doing my own endeavors in the world of filmmaking. I guess Michael Jackson has been a huge part of my life, and you know, I've always been known to some people as Hayden the MJ kid, but I think I want to be known as, like, you know, Hayden the freelancer, Hayden the filmmaker, but also the MJ kid. I don't know, I just don't want to be just typecast as the MJ kid. I want to do my own stuff, and I want to have my own name to my own content. And yeah, I guess that this is kind of like, I wouldn't say my midlife crisis. Obviously I'm not going to die very young. I wouldn't even say it's a quarter life crisis. I just feel that I'm at this point in my life where, you know, I think the MJ stuff isn't right for me anymore. I'll always be a Michael Jackson fan, you know, I'll still dance like him on the odd occasion. However, I think now I'm at a point where I'm just focusing myself as a career in the world of filmmaking and videos. And I guess that if you made it this far into the video, really appreciate it. Thumbs up, give it a comment, all that stuff. And yeah, guess that's all I have to say now. But yeah, hope you enjoy, like and subscribe. I'll see you next video. Catch you around.